Good evening, good evening, good evening. From the Channel 9 studio, this is Sports Chat Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. I know I ain't been on here in the last week, so y'all bear with me as I go backwards to come forward. And it's a necessity because a lot of things has happened since Friday. Uh, so we're going to start at SmackDown. SmackDown started off Friday night with an injury. Jey Uso got injured after winning his uh, elimination chamber qualifying match. And when he got out, when he went out, there was a space available, and and Nick Aldis was approached by the Vision, and the Vision participant was going to be Logan Paul, and Logan Paul needed a challenger, and then we saw Jacob Fatu leave with Jay. He came back like, "Yo, I need that spot right there." He said, "All right, well, you gonna fight Logan Paul." Uh, so after that, they get into the match. The match consists of Logan Paul defeating Jacob Fatu with some help from Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul ends up going to the Elimination Chamber. Right. Uh, Also Friday night, we see Rhea Ripley and Io Sky face the I forgot their name. They got a name now, but it's Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Lash Legend and Nia Jax defeat Io and Rhea, and they are now the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to them. But they the tag team, the women's tag team champions. Let me not even say it like that. The women's tag team champion. So congratulations to them. Uh, I think that's just the gist of everything from Friday night. So now we just gonna jump on over to Saturday. My 33 brother, what up, though? I see you there. So we jump to Saturday night. Uh, the the women's elimination chamber winner was Rhea Ripley after she had to take out. Well, she didn't take out Raquel Rodriguez. She defeated. Who did she defeat? Okay, let me think. Kiana James pinned somebody. Uh, Raquel pinned two people at one time. Uh, Roxy. She beat Tiffy Time. She pinned Tiffy Time. She did it with the Riptide and got the pin over there. Uh, what else happened? CM Punk retained his belt against Finn Balor. Uh, Becky Lynch faced AJ Lee. AJ Lee defeated uh, Becky to win the women's champ IC belt. And finally, we get to the men. The men started off with Javon Evans going out first, LA Knight, then Trick Williams. Those three was eliminated by Logan Paul. Logan Paul, well, after Trick Williams got out the out the match, we saw a masked man come. They got the masked man. They took him in the back. As Trick goes out of the cage, another masked man comes in and he goes at Logan Paul. Curry stomps him. Cody Cody pins him. Then as as the masked man is leaving, the masked man revealed himself. We found him to be Seth Rollins. So after Seth Rollins leave, the cage door is still open. Drew McIntyre comes in and he hits Cody with the belt. Randy catches him with an RKO. Cody catches him with a Cody cutter. Randy catches Cody with an RKO. gets a 3 count. Randy Orton wins. Randy Orton will be facing Drew McIntyre on the main event as WrestleMania. Now going off that show, they had the post match situation. They spoke about all the matches. Nick Aldis told Cody, he told Drew, since you want to interfere in matches and I tell you to stay away. So on Friday, you're going to fight Cody for the belt. So this coming Friday, we got Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the belt on SmackDown this Friday night. Okay, so now we just gonna jump right into what's going on tonight. Like I said, there's a reason why I did all of that. So uh, we start the night off with the Vision coming out, and they're addressing what's going on. You know, Paul Heyman was talking about Seth Rollins, how he's a thief, he stole all the ideas, and this, that, and the third. So then we see a masked man comes out. Uh, the security gets him. Another masked man come out. Logan Paul chases him. Another masked man comes out, and Austin Theory chases him. Then Paul Heyman is in the ring. Another masked man comes out with a chair. The masked man reveals himself as Seth again. Seth smacks Paul in the back with the chair, uh, and then he curb stomped him. Now the smack in the chair, the smack with the chair was like when when the Shield broke apart the first time and he hit Roman in the back. It was that type of scenery. So that's what I thought about when I first saw it. And then he stomped. I'm like, damn, this. I think this thing is over. So he stomped him, left him there, walked out the ring. That's the end of that segment. Uh, the next one was Dragon Lee versus Gunther. Gunther, Gunther. Dragon Lee had a few good moments in this match, uh, including a close to a count out situation. Um, he hung in there for a little bit, but once Gunther got him back in the ring, and then he puts him in the sleeper hole. And once he put him in the sleeper hole, he took the mask off and made him tap out. Yo, they got Gunther being the big bully. But this was what realist was going on with you. This was warranted because, Dragon Lee been pissed off ever since AJ retired. He trying to redeem his guy, his buddy, his friend, his tag team partner. Uh, but it was all for nothing because, like I said, Gunther made him tap out and took his mask off at the same time, made him look real different. So Gunther gets that win. Don't get me wrong, Dragon Lee, like I said, he made it. He made it decent. He tried his best to stay away from him, but once Gunther get his weight on somebody, it's a wrap. So once he put him in that sleeper hole, it was over. But Gunther gets that win. Uh, so then we hear from the newly crowned women's Intercontinental Champion, which is AJ. And AJ's like, I got Becky out the way now. Now I'm just telling y'all, I want to be a fighting champion. Uh, Ladies in the back, what y'all want to do? This is what's up for grab. I'll see whoever at Mania, pretty much. Let's see what you got. Uh, Later on, we see a whole bunch of women in the back trying to clamor up. Lyra is trying to tell Bailey, go ahead, take your shot. I'm straight, you straight, so go ahead and take your shot. But that was her introduction into the uh the scene as a fighting champion and wanting to represent the Intercontinental belt for the ladies. Then we had the original Grande Americano, we call him Chad Gable, versus Rayo Grande. Uh the original Grande, he's suiting up, he wrestling, making sure these other guys don't get in the way, uh, doing the thing, suplexing and doing all the stuff. But Rayos, he gets a little momentum, got a Grande on the ropes. Then we see Bravo and them come over and try to get in the match real quick, but American Grande, the Grande Americano ends up getting the victory with his finisher, and then gets the three. Well, not the finisher. He just got the 3 count to pin. So Grande, the original Grande, defeats Rayo. Uh, then we see Rusev come out. This segment was Rusev coming out to the ring like, listen, man, I want to fight Rus. I want to fight over Femi. Everybody talking about over Femi. I'm the Niger. I'm the Bulgarian brute. I want to fight the Nigerian guy, whatever. And Oba comes out like, yo, you did all this talking. I ain't here to talk. Like, let's just get this on. So they scrap real quick. Um, Rusev ends up getting beat up out the ring. Well, he get punished and rolls out the ring, gets out of the way. Um, but that that may be a WrestleMania match. That'll be a match for Obafemi. Probably the first night. I'm guessing. I ain't you know what I do. That'll probably be the first night, and that'll probably be just like a all out brawl. Um, but that's just about it. Then we had Jimmy Uso facing Austin Theory. First time we ain't see Jimmy in a while. Jimmy, welcome back, Jimmy. Um, Jimmy and Austin, they going at it. Uh, the fight goes on. Oh, they fight next week. I thought they're gonna make it go to Mania. I didn't even know that. I I I must have stepped off. So um so as Jimmy and Austin gets involved in the match pretty back and forth. Jimmy take the lead. Austin gets a little advantage. Jimmy start getting his momentum back. Then we see Logan Paul get involved. Chef, what's up, Chef? Atmosphere, my guy. What's happening? What's going on with you, Chef? So as Logan Paul gets involved, we hear we hear uh, the Yeet music, and it's Jay coming down the ramp, and Jay gets in there, clear it out. Then they 1D Austin Theory. They 1D Austin Theory, and I guess I don't want to jump the gun and say that's who it was that jumped them. Uh, Only a matter of time for Jay and Jimmy Rock. I it I don't I think I don't know about that one, realist, because I still believe that he going to go on maternity leave. I thought they were going to lose the belt by now because he was going the maternity leave. But we also hear the speculation that Jay wasn't supposed to be in the elimination chamber. Only reason why he got there was Bronson Reed was supposed to go to the chamber match, and he tore his bicep. So that's how Jay got the win over Grande Americano in that match, and that's how all of this comes about being today. They had to rewrite the script on the fly. So, but as far as them, I don't, I don't, it's, I don't know. It's possible, um, but you know, but I just got them. I just got them losing this belt. Maybe I don't want to say if they lose at Mania, that'd be dumb, but it's possible. Um, he said even then they already planted the seeds. No matter how long it takes, it's possible. Nah, you don't bet me no $2. Don't bet me for the Twins. Nah, I'm straight. um, then we see the Rhea and Io. They had a conversation. You know, Rhea spoke highly of EO. You know, she's been there for me. She's been my friend, even when I'm my darkest time. EO comes out like, listen, man, I got this over here. You going over to SmackDown and win that belt. And she's like, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to do that for you. Now, me personally, I don't see that happening. I just see something. I don't see it happening. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But I've been wrong before. So that wouldn't be nothing new, right? But so they up there hugging and cheering and yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be Breaker, but he got hurt. Then Bronson Reed got hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So all of these things happen because that's what I mean. Like that's y'all already heard my rant about how this thing it could be scripted like a mug, right? Everybody says it's rigged, it's scripted. But sometimes you got to go off script because things happen. Like I've never seen somebody tear their bicep breaking up a count. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened with Bronson Reed. And at the end of the day, it was supposed to have been Braun Breaker, like you said, but because he got hurt, that's why. Uh, because he got everybody but Bronson Reed, so he was going to get Bronson Reed in the cage, but it just happened to be Logan Paul. Because if we being honest, Logan Paul wasn't even a part of the group until Seth left. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even that. Um, it was it was know what I mean? But the story got to keep going. This thing don't stop for nobody. Um, so that's what happened as far as that. Let me see, man. I thought Rhea Ripley was gonna go ahead butter or something. I just thought Rhea was going. It yo, it was crazy. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's what's gonna happen after WrestleMania. I really believe that. I don't like. I I believe that Jade needs a big win. Jade's gonna get that big win off of Rhea, and then what you call is gonna come back. And if not, Charlotte is gonna be the one that's gonna be fighting until Bianca comes back. And like I said, I just think this is a storyline for Bianca and Jade because even when Jade, like I said last time, even when Jade came back from the car accident, she was like, I ain't rocking with you. Nah, no atmosphere. I ain't playing. Nah, stop that. Nah, we ain't injury. Yeah, it's always something that happens that tears the story up. You know what I mean? Like that would have been super ill if that was Breaker and Breaker got stomped out, and then that match happens at Mania. So, but you know he hurt his back. Uh, I Now, atmosphere. Why you thought they were gonna let Tiffany win against Rhea Ripley? But if you really notice, look at the matches, right? Let's just look at the matches. This is why I think Cody's gonna win. I think Cody's gonna win Friday, and it's gonna be Cody and Randy Orton at Mania because they want the names. The names is what's gonna put everybody back in Vegas, right? You got Punk and Roman. We'll get to that segment in a minute. Then you got uh, you got Punk, and Roman. Right now, you got Cody. I mean, excuse me, you got Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. That don't even ring bells. You know what I'm saying? That don't even do nothing, right? Then you got Rhea Ripley and Jade, uh, and then you got Liv Morgan and Stephanie Valkyrie. So you already got that one no name person. That's Liv Morgan. I mean, excuse me, Stephanie Valkyrie, because people are not familiar with her, even though she just came up this year. And then you got you got Drew McIntyre. Nobody really feeling Drew McIntyre, so that's why I'm going with Cody winning, and then it'll be like two of the older names, Cody and Randy, fighting for the belt. Now, if they could, if they could, they would have probably did something with Stephanie Valkyrie and had her fight. But they can't do nothing because there's no other name over there. Yeah, I don't know what atmosphere talking about some damn Tiffy time. He tripping. He tripping talking about some Tiffy time. Tiffy time got handled by her, and then that's what made her leave out. Just like Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman might be going till WrestleMania if he even shows up. That's what I think. That's what that curve stomp was for, because he got everybody. He got. Well, he didn't get everybody. He didn't get Braun Breaker, obviously. I don't think that was Braun Breaker. I don't think that was Seth Rollins in the beginning, because I think he was still doing the shoulder thing. But once you saw him on like ESPN, whether it was on, I think he was on First Take, and then he was on, I think he was on Sports Center, or what's the Pat McAfee. So you start moving around. I'm like, yeah, he gonna do something crazy. But what are y'all two talking about? He said atmosphere. The Mavs is not. They suck. They aren't even a playing team. y'all. Oh man, he's too crazy. He trolling. He trolling. ah. And he said, "Man, Tiffy been messing up in every match, lady." Oh my. He said she must be from Texas. Oh, he trolling. He feels himself. Oh, he said atmosphere. What do you say? When I see you in these streets over here, I just can't help it. Oh, damn. Tiffy is the next superstar on a Charlotte level. Yeah, that's possible. Atmosphere. I don't. I, I don't know. She gonna have some competition though. I can tell you that. The name to really think about, like, y'all know how I feel about Lash and things like that. But the name Soul Ruka, y'all might have to pay attention to her, because she gonna be the next up and coming thing. I don't know what's going on with Jada Parker. She been down there for a while. I think she's injured right now, but that'll be another person I'll be looking at. But Soul Ruka, I think, is going to be the next one. They gave Lyra her flowers. They gave Stephanie the belt. Uh, I just think, Julia, Kiana James too. Watch out for Kiana James. I mean, I know she did that little quick roll up in chamber match, but for her getting there, it's like, all right, they're about to separate her and Julia. For and Julia is she just gonna hold that belt for a little bit longer. Yeah, he didn't get he did not he didn't get Bronson Reed, and he didn't get Braun Break. He didn't get none of those two. He didn't get that wasn't him in the beginning. That was somebody with a, unless he put some gold stuff on his face. That wasn't him, because he was in the shoulder brace at the beginning of that time. But he had to pay. He said, "Rilla said you tripping? Her face too big." Oh man, y'all, y'all tripping. Uh, but we did have a. And let me get back to this recap real quick though. We had an Intercontinental Championship match. We had Penta versus Dirty Dom. Uh, Penta started off hot. Dirty Dom got in control. Once Penta got back in control of the match, uh, JD, he told JD get the hammer. Uh, Finn Balor like, nah, he gotta win this shit on his own. And then as Dirty Dom tried to hit the 619, he got caught with the Mexican Destroyer. Uh, Penta gets the pin. Penta gets the 3 count, and now Penta is now the Intercontinental Champion, which is kind of good, because I think Dom needed a heat. Listen, man, I know a lot of people don't like Dirty Dom a lot. Nah, they can't treat her like. Oh, hold on, let me. But congratulations to Penta. Dom Dom was listen. Dom was doing double duty for about a year and a half now. Whether it's over here on the main show, Triple A, he's still a champ over there in Triple A. He might lose that belt soon and just take like a vacation. Like he needs some time off because he's been going hard for like a whole year and a half. He was one of the mainstays as far as since like 2024. He's been the guy. I know we love Roman and all that, but nah, you know. But congratulations to Penta. Now they might do something with him. He might show up at a Mania match. I don't know who he's gonna fight, but it might it might be one of those Grande Americanos. It should be the original one. I think Chad Gable should be winning the belt soon. He been doing good lately. But you know, uh we'll hit the Romans. Let me get to these comments. Soul is nice, but she will be treated like Ricochet. I don't think nobody could be mishandled like Ricochet. That's why Carmelo Hayes is running around with the belt now, because he was on his way to becoming Ricochet, to be quite honest with you. But they gave him that belt. Like I said, y'all know I've been cheering for him for a little while now. But they was on the verge of losing him. So but I think she'll do well as far as, you know, that match with Bailey. I think it solidified her, being an up and comer to the main roster. So we just gotta watch out for that. He said, "Realist, not as big as old girl's muscles." That, but the person that's gonna really suffer out of all of this is gonna be what happened with Penta. He won the belt. Realist, he won the belt tonight. He said Penta's overrated. Yeah. I just don't think he gets the. I don't think he gets the. I don't think he gets the. Like he can't do the things that he's supposed to do. I don't think he's able to do it. Um, that's what, like, they need some heels that do the high flying, um the high flying situation, right? Because even with Dirty Dom, right, like he's not as agile as Penta, right? So the match, Dom, he just didn't fit the luchador thing. That's why I don't even. I just think they did that for him because, no disrespect, I ain't trying to sound crazy, but I just think because he was Spanish, it was all right for him to put that belt on, that AAA belt on him, and things like that, so he can have a little quick little squabble with his dad, like, I'm the best Mysterio out here, and this, that, and the third. Um, it's like, but that's why I think he got that AAA belt. The only thing he has is the pit to strut. Yeah, I just nah. It like it's hard, right? Because even when he came from AEW, like, he had more agility and stuff like that. It's just like it's hard to put when you got all the luchadors, they rocking with each other. How are they supposed to fight each other? Like, yeah, realist, he got the IC belt. He won that tonight because he's racing. Hey, I'm I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that at all. I won't disagree with that atmosphere. You know what I mean? It's just like how we feel about that's how we used to feel about Randy Orton. We definitely felt that way about Ted DiBiase Jr. I mean, when it was Legacy, all of them came up. Cody, the same thing. Cody, because if you notice, Cody got a push that Dustin never got. You know what I mean? Goldust never got that. They put the man in a gold glitter uh what was that movie with Wesley Snipes? They dressed as girls. They did that to him. At least in WCW, he had a belt. They ain't give him, you know what I mean? They made him dress up as, you know, a girl and, you know, a cross dresser and you know what I mean? He lost his wife over that. Oh yeah, he did get cursed because Dan Housen. Dan Housen cursed his day. He did get cursed. So y'all, for those that don't know what we're talking about, Dan Housen was around Dirty Dom before the match, and he gonna be the opposite of Hornswoggle. I don't know if y'all remember who Hornswoggle was, but Hornswoggle, that was the guy, like he was fit friendly guy, and anytime he was around him, he would win the matches. But Dan Housen, he jinxed him. So y'all see Dan Housen next to somebody, and if a match is coming up, you could chalk that up, charge that to the game. Yeah, he kept trying to be like Eddie Guerrero, but you know, no disrespect. He was a good. I ain't nobody better than my daddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's remember Hornswoggle. He going in the ring and stuff. Yeah, that was Fit Philly right hand. That was his right hand little. I don't want to say leprechaun because that's gonna sound. I don't want word talking about he want to suplex. He want to suplex Hornswoggle. I ain't doing that. But yeah. So Dan Housen he's like I don't want to. Well, yeah, he's like the bad luck charm. So you see him around him, it's on and popping. But then we get to the final. Dom too stiff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not like Penta. He's not like Ray Phoenix. He's nowhere near Javon Evans. I don't care how old he was. He was never doing that. He's not like the young people coming up now. He's not like Leon Slater. He's not like that's gonna be a long time. But he might get a run. He'll get a run, but I think everybody will have to go. You know what I mean? I think everybody will have to go, and I don't think like everybody, like Jay and them would have to leave. Roman would have to leave. He probably will get the belt before LA Knight. That's the funny part. He'll get the belt before LA Knight. And that's sad, but it's true, right? LA Knight ain't go. He gonna keep fighting around the belt, fight around the belt. He ain't gonna. How the hell did this team come back like this? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm watching the game at the same time. Um, atmosphere is over here. He over there cooking and eating at the same time. He eating his own shit. That's why he feeling. That's why he wilding out. But I think I do think that is possible too. Atmosphere. I think Dom could get a belt before him. Yeah, he gonna get a goal to show. They're gonna shovel his ass up out of there. Because I think, like even tonight, I think the Judgment Day is over. They get ready to get rid of that. I think with the loss, if Liv don't win the belt at Mania, I think her and Raquel gonna be beefing, and then Roxanne just gonna go on her own. JD McDonough, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. JD McDonough, he got more agility to me than Dirty Dom. Uh, the Texas Heat. He said the Texas Heat melting his brain. Oh man, that's crazy. Um, yeah, I just think it's. I don't know what's gonna happen with Finn Balor. I don't know. You know, once he lost the belt at the Chamber, I just he about. I don't know if he's gonna get Demon Time. I don't know if he's gonna switch back. I don't know what's going on with Chef. Chef ain't been here in like 3 weeks. I think he trying. I think he was making. I think he put that in his recipe. I don't know what's going on with Chef. Chef ain't been here in a while. But we're glad to see him though. But all right, let me hit this Roman thing. This Roman, yo, I'm gonna just tell y'all what happened because I swear he good. Because I think I just punched that nigga right in his face. But anyway, so Roman Reigns comes out. he about to start speaking. Punk comes out there, cuts him off. He talking about Indianapolis been good. He tells Roman every Indianapolis is where I brought I brought the shield out. He's like, nah, dog. Tay, what's good? What up, nah? He's like, nah, dog. You brought those other two out. You wasn't even trying to rock with me. He's like, whatever, yeah, all right, cool. And then he's like, he said, yo, let me tell you something, Phil. He said we brought you back so we can get the 30 and 40-year-old virgins that back up in here, man. We just brought you back for them. So he pretty much telling them like we trying to get those 2010 to 15, 2010 and 2015 guys. Those that era, we trying to get them back. So we brought you up here. We brought you back to get sell some t-shirts and stuff like that. You're not built to carry this belt. You're not built to you're crying too much. They can't wait for me to tell you that you crying all the time. That's why they tell me everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, he said, "Yo, you're not built for this, Phil, and I'm going to take this belt off you, and then we're going to put your ass on the Johns." He told yo realist. Let me tell you what the man said. Roman said, "Yo, when I take this belt off you, Phil, we're gonna make you do a John Cena goodbye tour." I said, well, I'm crying. So he tried to walk off. And then, Punk grabbed him like, yo, where you think you going? This is my show. You don't walk off. You don't get to walk off on me. Then he said one of the most disrespectful things in the planet Earth. I swear I was so mad after he said, yo, listen, man, I'm going to bury you. You talking to me like this, I'm going to bury you. He said, I'm going to bury you next to your father. I said, oh, I said, yo, I was mad. I'm laughing now. I'm like, yo, how the fuck could he say some shit like that? He gonna tell that man he gonna bury that man next to his father, and his father's really dead. Y'all, for those of you that don't know, Sika died a couple years ago. Uh, that's Roman Reigns' dad, and he like Alpha, one of the Samoans. I think it's Sika. Well, anyway, he said, "I'm gonna bury you next to your father," and then dropped the mic. I said, "Man," but he said that I was so highly upset. You know what I mean? It's like that fool ain't that damn. Who? Wait! I missed all of this. Y'all tripping? A bigger push than Dom being with the two women champs. I'll wait. Wait, what I miss? Dom. Shit, what's the difference? Okay, atmosphere. You said we tripping. Well, what's it? Shit, he might as well be Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is around he's around every champ possible. The only reason why he ain't with Punk because he chose Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins was a champ at that time. So nah. He ain't gonna be around no women's champ anyway, because he about to go home. He about to chill out. I don't know what's going on with atmosphere. He's so controversial. Real is Joe Hendry, not either. But we see what's going on with him. What's going on with Joe Hendry? No, that's word guy though. He said, say his name. That was wild. Yeah, that's what yo, I'm telling you, man. I was so mad when he said that, man. He said, yo, I'm gonna bury you next to your father. I'm like, yo, how fucking this I don't even listen. I don't even care if Roman agreed to that. I'm still mad. I'm mad for him because I don't even nah. Fuck you say some shit like that, man. You're not gonna say no shit like that on this show. I swear I think I would have went off script. I think I would have choked his ass out with the ring rope, something. I think I would have choked. Yo, he said, I'm gonna bury you next to your father. Yeah, that's what yo, realist. When he said that, I was like, oh, and that's how the show ended. I was like, oh hell no. Nah, they can't end the show like that. He's like, man, yeah. Yes, he did. Realist. When I tell you he said that. Yeah, they go they going hard. Like, yo, they really listen, man. They selling this thing like like it's easy for us to recognize what's going on, right? Because y'all know we've been, we neighborhood people, right? So we know when a person is really throwing. This is not even a sublim. If this is a subliminal, this is one of the nastiest subliminals I ever seen in my life. Because he said, "Yo, because he started off like, yo, you didn't even want me in that group. You didn't bring me here. You brought those other jokers in. You know what I mean? Like you brought them in. You didn't bring me in. That's why he said. That's why they keep asking me to take you, like to deal with you, because they don't want to deal with you. You crying too much. That's why when they brought you back, they asked me. They don't give two damns about you. When we said when we beat you, we gonna retire. You're like, who the fuck is we? That's what Punk said. Who's we? And he think he gonna see. I think it now that I think about it, really, I think it is gonna be Punk because he gonna try to act like he fighting the Triple H thing. They trying to go back to that 2015 era when he think he could just beat. He can go at Triple H all day long and yeah, it's like I'm fighting the mainstream. Nah, don't fight the mainstream. You ain't straight edge, homeboy. You over there talking. You just told that man you gonna bury him. You gonna bury him next to his father. I swear, I think everybody should came out there and bust his ass. The Usos should have came out and one d him. All type like, yo, y'all can't. That's my uncle, nigga. Like, what you talking about? That's my uncle. You can't talk about my uncle like that. Like, what you talking about? And that's what Punk was saying too. Like, yo, you ain't got nobody behind you. I took your wise man. I'm rocking with your cousins. You got any more people behind you? Knowing damn well there's still like four of them that ain't came up yet. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I just found that very disrespectful. I really did. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm laughing about it now because I had a good hour to calm down. I'm like, yo, he really said that. I'm like, oh hell no, because y'all know that's like we ain't even playing that. You don't talk about a dead mama or a dead daddy. He said, I still, I'm putting you next to your daddy. I'm burying you. I said, ooh. Then they just turned the show off with that. So I'm like, damn, that is super crazy. But yeah, that's just the gist of the thing. Like that was the entire show. Now looking towards Friday, we already know that the world championship belt is going to be up for grab. Will Cody win the belt this Friday against Drew McIntyre? We don't know, but we about 5 weeks out of WrestleMania, so this thing about to get real crazy and real nasty and real chaotic. Rhea says she's going over to SmackDown Friday, so I guess she's gonna confront Jay. They've been having Twitter beef, so quote unquote, talking crazy to each other on Twitter. Jay made it seem like it's gonna be on site. We're gonna see because Rhea says she's on her way over there. So yeah, realist. When you see the clip, you go like, oh, you go like hell no. You're like nah. You gonna be like, yo, he said it with a ooh. He said it with the face and like Roman's like, listen, man, I ain't even calling you. He said your name. Roman said your name. You just your name might be CM Punk, but you just gonna be a punk ass bitch after I beat you. I'm like, yo, they go hard with each other. Like it's just like growing up. Most of us growing up, and you have a diss battle, and you like, yo, we just talking straight off words, but his words. Y'all know sometimes when you say them, you have those battles, man. Them shit come to blows because you go too far. You trying to win, but you went below the belt type shit. And that's what I think Punk did with Roman. And I don't know, like I said, Roman good because I think I'd have whooped him. Yeah, I know that they had realists. They had to because when he said it, I was like, nah, there's no way. I don't even care if he's listen. don't get too slick. Like, no, don't get too slick with like, all right, we gonna sell this, we gonna sell it. You know what I'm saying? But I, I just can't do it. I'm saying, yeah, but that's the thing that's making us. That's what's drawing me to the situation. Like, yo, these they really going hard. You started when you talked about he went to his man little podcast that was talking about you. Now the man talking about your daddy. Then y'all talking like Roman been going personal with a whole bunch of them dudes. He's like, I think what he say to like I remember when he said to Steph, nigga, I wouldn't even fight you. I wouldn't even fight you. I fight your wife because she brings more people to the chairs. She brings people in. Tay, they got some girls out there. Listen, they got some girls out there doing this wrestling stuff. They got some big girl. They got some big muscle bound girls. They got some little uh small girls. They got some heavy set girls. They got girls from all over the world. They do this. They do this too. You know what I mean? So don't feel bad. You know what I mean? It's just something that that's something that we get into. But we definitely appreciate you. We miss you. We're glad we glad that you're around. But they are selling that thing though, realist. I promise you that. I'm like, yo, man, if he sell this shit, ooh, I'm like, man, they might well put this in a steel cage match. They might as well they might well put that in a not the hell in the cell, but just they might as well just fight the cage. So somebody come out. Yeah, it's wrestling. It's wrestling day. We talking about what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. We recapping what happened on Raw. The realists love the one who can bench press him. Nah, hell you don't. Hey, nah, I don't think Meat Chin could. I don't think Meat Chin could bench press him. I don't think he can do that. I don't think she can do that. But nah, because he don't like Charlotte. He can't stand Charlotte. He don't like Charlotte. He like him. He like him. He nice him. He likes him with nice. They got that like Jade. I think he'll try Jade. I know he'll try Jade. But Charlotte, he says Charlotte ain't got no flavor. Charlotte missing the whole, but she like the black boy. She just no ass at all. But yeah, the way these two is selling this Mania match, man, is unbelievable. And like I said, because we know where we come from, the way they spoke at that conversation. Y'all saw a word he's like, nah, man, that was hard. I'm like, yeah, that was hard. Hey, man, I think I just went back there and slapped the hell out of him. Like, don't say that shit like that no more, man. You went off script or something. I don't know what the fuck you talk about. You better never talk about my fault. Cause y'all remember when Rock smacked the hell out of Cody last year. Remember when Rock smacked Cody because he said something about Alpha and Seeker? He slapped the shit out of Cody. Like, don't you ever talk about my family like that. That's why I thought Roman was gonna go with it. I really thought Roman was gonna like, yo, I need to punch this nigga right in his face. But hey, like you said, realist, they must have spoke about that because that was too calm. He was too composed for that. Because that motherfucker wouldn't have left the ring. I promise you that. Nigga, you don't talk about my daddy like that. What's wrong with you talking about my daddy like that? Nah, we ain't doing that. Charlotte Booty. What you? I don't think he said. Well, I think he said something about Lash. That's trick. That's trick, little shorty. Lash Legend. Nia losing weight. She's slimming up. I don't know if y'all see it. Uh, I just want to see what happened when Naomi come back. I really want to see what happened when Naomi come back. Uh, keep my motherfucking Charlie name out your mother. Chef, what you gonna do with that, Chef? Chef, you better stop, Chef. I remember. I remember. I ain't gonna bring up the old days. I remember you got fired on your day off. You denounced it. Look, atmosphere. Somebody miss you as well. I told you was miss atmosphere. Look, they like no time no see where you been. That's why we've been asking atmosphere the same thing, Tay. Like yo, Chef, you been gone for a minute now. We was in here talking about basketball like a month ago. You disappeared. I guess you got mad. They ain't trade nobody. Didn't you? No, I'm lying. You a word was going at it. You wait for word to disappear. Word came back. Word came back, and he tried to get you now. So, but yeah, that was just like I said. That was just the gist of what happened today on Raw. It was. I mean, we saw the title change hands. Like I said, congratulations to Penta. He finally got a championship belt. Uh, being in the bushes. Then we got we see they getting ready to gear up the Liv Morgan and Stephanie Valkyrie match for Mania. Those are another two, like they're not heavyweights, but they're gonna entertain us with that match, that Devil's Kiss atmosphere. You don't like the Devil's Kiss? If you don't like the Devil's Kiss atmosphere, hey, we need to talk to you. Let me talk to you. It really seems like the only match folks is focused on. But when you realize when you see, but that's what I'm saying. When you, because those are the two biggest names right now, right? That's why I think that Cody, if Cody wins the belt, I think he's gonna get that. I think they'll start talking about the Cody Randy match because it's like old school. Like I said earlier, uh, legacy. That's back in the days, like 2009 ish, that area. Uh, it's gonna be one of those things, and like even with when Liv won, I mean Liv when Rhea Ripley won. That's why I think she beat Tiffany, because Tiffany's not the name that people gonna remember. I mean, they know Tiffany a little bit, but they know Rhea because Rhea named she can go to Saudi Arabia and sell out. She can go to Australia and sell out. They just trying to put butts in the seats. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna put all the big names there as possible. That's why Seth might do I don't know what Seth gonna do, because he might fight Logan Paul now. He's not gonna fight Austin Theory. He's gonna fight Logan Paul because he's the YouTube guy. So that might sell some. What do you mean gonna be interference? I'm not a Stephanie fan. They've been talking about pushing Latin. Wait a minute. Oh, I think that's gonna be like. I think they might do a triple. Yeah, I think Drew gonna come in there and make it a triple threat, and then I think Jacob, they might turn that into a fatal four way, and I think that would be like super crazy. I think that would be super crazy because I think Sammy will come down there and help him after that. I'm not a Stephanie fan. They've been talking about pushing Latin talent for a while now, but it's dry. What do you mean? Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess because Julia. But look at it this way, atmosphere. They got Stephanie Valkyrie as the world champ. They got Julia as the woman. What do you call that? What's that? The U.S. belt on SmackDown. They got her there. They had the only real Latin woman that we had for the longest period of time was Zelina Vega. That's the only one we had. Now you see what they did. Now we got some more people. You go sit your ass down. You go hang out with your husband, Alistair Black. As a matter of fact, I think that's a match coming up Friday. Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. So that may be a match. I'm not. I'm. Don't quote me on it, but that may be a match. Yeah, it might be. It might be. They we asking the same question. We don't know where power. We don't know where Royce Keys at. Uh, uh, uh. We don't know. I don't know. I guess they. I guess they don't want to give him that Femi treatment. I think he will. I think he's gonna fight Brock. I really think he's gonna fight Brock because he's the only. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the match. Don't quote me on that either. Because as Brock, Brock ain't fighting nobody either. Now, like I said, you got Oba get ready to fight this dude, Rusev. That might drag on for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That might just be a Monday Night Raw little thing, and then it disappears. But I think Brock is gonna fight. Excuse me, I think Brock is gonna fight Royce Keys. I don't know who Gunther. I don't know who Gunther gonna fight. But I don't know what they doing with Royce Keys because he hasn't had a match. They not even talking about him. We only saw him at the the chamber match. Bailey, they don't know Bailey. Listen, they barely have Bailey speaking any other language but English. We know she's Spanish, but she's not. You can't really tell if you didn't know. If you didn't know, you can't tell that. I watch it wrestling for all the wrong reasons. What you watching wrestling for, realist? Before last week? Oh, okay. I told you it's Gunther versus. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. But if it's Gunther versus Brock, is that the retirement match that we talking about? I don't know. I got you. Royce ain't fighting no damn Brock. Damn, that's how y'all feel. Not at Mania. I don't know. He just got an open. He just got an open challenge match. I don't. I don't. Well, it's possible. It's possible that it's gonna be Gunther. I don't know, but we know Brock ain't gonna be fighting nobody till WrestleMania. I think that's probably when Paul Heyman will come back. I think that curve stomp put his ass out. Y'all saw what happened when he got thrown through the table by the Bloodline 2.0 or whatever you want to call them, Solo Crew. That man missed like a whole 8 9 months. But they have to start. But they definitely have to start doing something with these guys. You brought these guys up here for what? Unless they saying that was just now, that'd be crazy. If they just saying that's just that was just a Royal Rumble appearance. They gonna make him like Omos. Y'all know Omos only makes special appearances. Like they got Omos in AAA. Like that's what y'all doing. Unless they gonna put him on TV like they do Braun Strowman. That's a good question. I don't know what they got lined up for Royce Keys. Maybe they holding off to go out. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, but there's nobody in NXT that can really deal with that type of strength. That's why they put over here. Like, yo, you come on over here. We just gonna hold you down. But I think this is a good setup for Oba though, because Rusev they've been holding him back, but now they're gonna make him relevant by using him against Oba Femi. But Royce Keys, I have no idea. I don't know what they're gonna do with this dude. I really, really don't. So it's gonna be hard. I don't know. Hopefully, because that's what they did with what was the dude that came for the he was on New Day for like a day. They had a third guy to make him look like Big E, and they tossed that man so fast. You out of here! Like damn, it was so swift. Was that was that him? I don't even know who it was. It looked like the whiskey guy. I'm not sure, but they had him for New Day for 1 second, and then he was gone the next. I'm like, that that's kind of harsh. And I like it was over before it started. But they do like you said, Willis. They do have a tendency of fumbling. Like look at Ricochet. Like Ricochet, like just imagine if Ricochet was there now and him and Javon Evans was going at each other. That would be one of the hellified matches of the decade. Ricochet and or Ricochet and Carmelo. Oh, that's what that was, atmosphere. He called a domestic violence. Oh, okay. I was like, damn, he was going the next day. I'm like, damn. Next show, he was gone. Where he at? I guess. Matter of fact, I think that's when they dropped him and got Grace. Was it Grayson Waller that came? No, no. I think Grayson Waller came a little bit later after that. That wasn't that recent. It was a while ago. But they don't. They try to keep they themselves clean out of the out of the limelight and out of the tabloids as far as you know court cases and stuff like that. They've been doing pretty good with that. So yeah, they got him out of there like 2.5. It's like zero point 0.5 seconds. Get out of here! Like damn, that was quick. But he was supposed to have been the new Big E, and he did a Big E. Or he got a big exit or a quiet one at that because he was out of there. But it's it's definitely different. I can't believe the damn Clippers came back and took this game over. The Warriors was up by a whole bunch. It was a light day in the NBA. We'll talk about. I'll give you the scores in a minute as this game winds down. It's like 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. But it I'm like I said, I'm getting ready for Friday. Let me see what's going to happen with the title change in hand. Let me see what oh, their name is the Irresistible Forces. That's Nia Jackson, Last Legend. When they said they had a tag name, I said they're gonna win the belt. I ain't even put two and two together. I should have put that like, damn, if Rhea loses this belt, she gonna win the Rumble. I ain't think about none of that. I was like, I just wanted Lash and them to win. To be quite honest, I didn't even care about the repercussions. Like they gonna win and she gonna disappear. I ain't think about none of that. But now that they got the belt, I'm just well, they get to go. Don't they get to go to both shows? Yeah, they get to go to both shows. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't the Judgment Day going to both shows? Yeah, so they might be on both shows. They might be on. I ain't see them on Raw today, but it's gonna be interesting how this thing goes with them two. They're gonna have to go to Raw because there's no real women's tag team. Well, Charlotte and Miss Bliss, uh, maybe Roxanne and Raquel will come over there a couple of times and fight for the belt. Yeah, because yeah, they go to both shows, so they'll probably be over there fighting who's. But they'll probably hold on to the belt till about some maybe past SummerSlam, unless one of them starts getting an individual push. They'll hold on to that belt for a while. Give them about a good what's this March? Yeah, give them about August. SummerSlam it might end there. Uh, but yeah, they starting to draw up some pictures now. There's some matches for Mania besides the World Championship belts. They're gonna have to do the tag team belts soon. I don't know who AJ is gonna fight as far as the women's intercontinental belt. The U.S. title belt will probably be up. All of the belts are gonna be up for Mania. I don't care what they talking about. They have to. If it's not, it's something wrong. Um. So, but we like I said, we on the road to Mania. We're about a month away. Well, 5 weeks away. Just like in the NBA, we're about a month away from the playoffs over there. Speaking of which, I might as well go ahead It was a light day in the association today. I think it was about 4 games. Uh, yeah, I think it was 4 games. So let me set this up. Where that? Where that? Ooh, that's tomorrow games. Let's go to the scores now. SmackDown. So I said SmackDown. How long do I think AJ's gonna hold the belt? I don't know. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see who she gonna fight. If I know who she gonna fight, that'll be something different. Realist. I really don't know who she like. I'm waiting to see who going. They're going. She want to be a fighting champion, so she'll probably be up there fighting whomever. Uh, but in the meantime, from the NBA scores, y'all. Milwaukee hosted Boston. Boston with a 108-81 victory. With the win, the Celtics go to 41-20. Milwaukee goes to 26-34. Uh, in Utah, the Jazz host the Nuggets. The Nuggets get a 128-125 victory. With the win, the Nuggets go to 38-24. Utah goes to 18-43. Uh, this game just ended in California. I don't know where they at. Golden State. They ain't in Golden State because they ain't in Oakland. They might be in Oakland. The Warriors host the Clippers. The Clippers get a 114-101 victory. The Clippers go to 28-31. With the loss, the Warriors go to 31-29. I think 31-30. Excuse me. They are actually chasing. They are actually chasing the Warriors for that number 8 spot. It's all a playing situation, but still, they're gonna be doing all that. And the Rockets went to DC to play the Wizards. The Rockets get a 123-118 win. The Rockets go to 38-22. I don't know what the hell their record is. They are 16-44. So we go to the standings. All these games were final. Um, we're doing it by conference. The Detroit Pistons uh, with a 5 game lead over the Celtics, 45-14. Uh, that dotted line is the six teams that will not have to play in the play-in. So right now it's Detroit, Boston, the Knicks, the Cavs, Toronto, and Philly. So Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, and Charlotte will be the playing teams. They will be vying to get the 7-8 spots. And then we got the Pacers, the Nets, the Wizards, Chicago, and Milwaukee rounding out the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference, you got the OKC Thunder still with a 3 game lead at 47-15. The Spurs, who just lost their 11 game their 11 game winning streak the other day. I think they'll be on tomorrow national television against the 76ers. The Rockets are third. The T Wolves are fourth. The Nuggets are five, and the Lakers are six. The Suns, Warriors, Clippers, and Portland are the playing teams, and then you got Memphis, Dallas, New Orleans, Utah, and Sacramento to round that off in the NBA Western Conference. However, okay, Willis, I see however long they're going to do their best to make it interesting. Word, you think it's going to go into Mania? I remember she did say she wanted to fight Bailey. I remember when she said that. But it's, I mean, on that side of the roster, they do have some great people to fight against, right? Like They could put a Roxanne Perez over there. They could put a Raquel Rodriguez on that. Right? They can do all of those things. It's just it's just going to be interesting to see how long. Who, like I said, who knows? They may make Becky and them fight it. Again. I don't know. They may get a count out or something. Y'all know Becky's trying to sue the daggone referee. She trying to get the referee fired still. I'm like, this girl crazy. But yeah, when like she's saying she want to be a fight, you sick of Becky? Well, that'd be crazy, right? Her man coming back, she get ready to go home. Look, yeah, somebody got to stay with the kids. She's not corny realist because Sports Illustrated says she's the best. I don't. But I mean, listen, just sit back and realize what's going on here, though, man. They talking about Sports Illustrated. They talking about ESPN. They talking about First Take. They is really they putting the WWE out there. Now nobody likes the fact that they got to pay $40 or what is it, $30 for the ESPN app and all that other nonsense. But they really trying to push just like this is like MMA or something. I don't know how long they think this is gonna last, but right now they rocking. Right now they are really rocking. It may not be as popular as when we were watching it, but they are trying to expand this thing out there because they know it's too much wrestling going on. Just think about the schedule for wrestling, right? Um, you got you got Raw on Monday, you got NXT Tuesday, you got AEW Wednesday, you got TNA Thursday, you got SmackDown Friday, and then you got AEW again Saturday. They are really pushing wrestling all over the place. He said they he said they all showed all sports to the record rich. I don't know. Oh, where's Word at? Word. I know you saw what I put up there. For those of y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, the Detroit Lions they traded David Montgomery for an offensive lineman and a fifth and seventh round draft pick. I'm waiting to hear how Word feel about that. Word, where you at? Hey, atmosphere. They said that Jerry Jones is going to spend some money on free agency. What do you think about that? I don't listen. Don't forget, while we're talking about football right now, we are doing a fantasy league. We are doing a fantasy league this year on this channel. It ain't no money involved. No, you do it for free. We doing this to build. We building up. We about to build this community up. So we're gonna do this uh fantasy league. I don't. There's no discrimination. Men, women. Everybody's welcome to do it. We'll get more into details in the next few months. We'll start planning things in the next few months. Uh, Draft is going to be in August sometime. But we just want to know if y'all going to participate. If y'all going to participate, we're going to do this thing. We're going to make this thing happen. You know what I mean? So we gonna get this all together. But we are doing a fantasy league this year. We started late last year. I take responsibility for that. You know what I mean? But y'all know all the scores and highlights that we just did as well. Brought to you by 9%. We're better use, the better us. And the fantasy league is going to be sponsored by the 9% because the better use, the better us. So we are all get ready to do this thing together. Uh, like I said, we jumping. We gonna make this thing. We trying to make this thing as big as possible. That same way we sitting here tonight. We joked. We spoke about some things. We spoke about some basketball teams. We kept it here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make this thing. We gonna make it happen. And we ain't nobody get crazy. We spoke to each other. We joked about each other. That's what we go. That's what we building here. We're gonna leave all that other nonsense where it's at, out over there. Here we could talk our shit about whatever. We could talk about we don't like Stephanie Valkyr. We think Charlotte ain't worth it. I ain't mean that atmosphere. I'm just using that example. Don't come blazing, right? But we having these conversations. We voicing our opinions like this one needs to do that. Glad Penta got a belt. Let's see how long he hold that. How long we think AJ. We having the conversations. There's no discrepancy. There's nothing to really go back and forth with. We're having a conversation. We're asking each other questions. We'll sit there and joke about it, and we'll keep it pushing. We're gonna try that with every sport. Stephanie, oh my God, well she got mad 2 weeks ago. Realist, she started speaking Spanish, and Don was like, "Dang, what you can't talk to her like that." She cursed her out. Yo, but you know what I mean? It's this is all good. Yeah, you got, but she ain't. In fairness, really, she ain't really had no matches. She ain't had no matches. I think the last match was at the Rumble. I think that was her last match at the Royal Rumble. She defended the belt. After that, she ain't really, you know what I mean? But you gotta listen, because she, like I said, she be speaking it, and then she be trying to speak English, and you be la. I'm like, wait, what she say? And she speak that broken English. Like, oh my gosh. But you gotta see her in action. Like, you gotta watch her matches and see if she's like, if she even work. I think her and Lyra should have been for it. To be quite honest with you, Lyra Curious should have fought. But I get it. Y'all don't want the new people to come up here and fight like that because they just left NST beefing. Now you want them to, nah. That's not what this thing is about. So, but yeah, they got. Listen, man. I think the future of the WWE is in pretty good. It's in great hands. It really, really is. If they do it right, they can keep this thing going. I get it. Y'all like the bread that y'all getting now. That's why Roman's still around. That's why you got Jay around. You give him a belt. He teaming with his brother once again. Now that his brother might be going on paternity leave, you might make him do a single run or something like that. But even them together, they bring in a lot of good money in. You're waiting to see what happened with Seth and things like that. On the women's side, you got Rhea. You got you, y'all a little bit hit because y'all missing Bianca, and y'all missing Naomi, things like that. Jade, y'all not pushing Jade to where she could be a blockbuster. Uh, you only got a certain few, right? So, but they got the up and comers, the Stephanies and the Lyra and Julia and Kiana James and Lash, and on the men's side you got Trick and Oba and Javon and uh, I don't know what they're gonna do with Royce Keys yet. Uh, who else? Carmelo Hayes. Like, you're gonna start seeing people disappear, like the Dragunov guy. Y'all gonna see him slowly but surely. I think he gonna start drifting off. Alistair Black gonna drift off a little bit. You're gonna start seeing people drift off. I I'm waiting to see what they do with Drew, because if Drew lose the belt, what are they gonna do with Drew? You see what I mean? Like, it's so many questions that's gonna be involved. There's so many questions that's gonna be asked, but it's waiting because we don't know the story. So we got to sit back and wait for these things to occur. And when they occur, we will have those conversations as well. Yeah, y'all see. But another dude we may have to watch out for, and it's funny, is what's his name? Tomatonga. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, remember, we was laughing at him because he was, yeah, 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 yeah. But they made to push him for the U.S. belt, so he may be taking on Carmelo. I wouldn't be surprised if he take on Carmelo at Mania, but we gotta wait and see what they do with this MFT Y6 situation. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. But every time you turn around, you see Tama Tonga talking to Shinsuke Nakamura like, yo, you got to be your own man. It's time for you to step out the light, step out the shadows, come into the light. You got to be your own man and stand in third. You know what I mean? Because they got Tala Tonga. Tala Tonga ain't fought nobody yet. Like I don't know, like they just got him there like for security purposes only. Like they ain't push him at a title match. They ain't push him at any real singles matches. None of that. They're not doing none of that with him. So I don't know what they're gonna do with those guys. I don't know what they like that JC Mateo guy. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. They like this thing about to blow up soon because if they get rid of the Y6, what are y'all gonna take over? Y'all can't take over nothing. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, they got the tag belts. They're not even fighting nobody. They got the SmackDown tag belt, but they ain't got nobody to fight. So who they gonna fight? You see what I'm saying? They may start to build up the tag division over there soon. But some way, shape, or form, they're gonna have to perform and do something. But other than that, they really got they're in good hands. The young people that's coming up, they got this thing. Like I said, the only one that I see that's gonna look kind of crazy is Jordan Grace. I don't think they know what to do with her. They gotta, are they gonna put her back into the championship form race? She got that little quick match with Jade and lost. I don't know what they're gonna do with her. They need to leave that Wyatt thing alone. Nah, I don't see it prospering nowhere. First of all, you got four guys and a girl. Who is the girl gonna fight? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all not going to interact with the men versus women because there is no small person on the MFTs. So she's like her place there is not even warranted because she can't do nothing to it. What's she gonna do? Scratch him? She gonna scratch? Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's five of them and four of them. Jordan is the new natty. Mm, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from with that atmosphere. But she's not a. Is she like a? Is she a ring test? Is she a ring technician, or she just somebody that's she just somebody with strength. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my only question with her because like I said, the way for me the way they got rid of her at the Rumble was bad. The way that that match looked between her and Jade made her look bad. It made Jordan Grace look bad. It didn't really make Jade look bad. And then I think Jade got hurt in that match. So they might be what I mean, they might just be holding her there for a little bit. But I'm waiting for the unless they get ready to turn Jade good. I don't think people like she's not like we know that Jade's not going to fight Anaya. She's not going to fight a Lash Legend. She already fought Chelsea Green for like a hot second, right? Because they had no other choice. She fought B Fab. She fought Me Chin. What other person could she fight? There was no other Alba Fry. Like this thing is my girl ain't no filler. Oh, that's that. Don't talk about his girl atmosphere. But I don't. Listen. I don't know what they could like. What can they really do with her? Like, will her? I get, and there's another thing because her and Julia coming up at the same time. They're not going to let them fight just yet for that belt. You see what I'm saying? Like they trying to keep all the new people separated. I don't want y'all to fight right now. It's bad enough they didn't really want Carmelo and Trick to fight in a triple threat. They just had no choice because there was nobody else to do it. They damn sure were gonna say Alistair Black. Alistair Black. You can fight for the elimination chamber. They're not doing that. It's just some guys that you know ain't gonna win that match. So, but they trying to keep all the new. Like I said, they're gonna keep the new guys away from each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's gonna hurt the product, if it's gonna hurt the show, then I don't think they should be doing that. Like they have to do better right to where the show. Well, the chamber match is over, so we ain't got to worry about that. Now we're gonna start focusing on what matches are they gonna make for the 2 night Mania situation in Vegas. Wrestling talent don't cut it in the WWE. You need looks, mic skills, and wrestling talent. Don't be talking about Trick Williams like that, man. Be nice. Because that's what they say about Trick. So I understand. I agree with that. Only thing to boost Jay to the next level, she needs a feud with Charlotte or Nia and OG that's proven. Her and Rhea is fire, but Rhea is on. Rhea's on. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't understand that win in the first place. But I was upset because I'm like, please don't let it be Tiffany. Don't let it be Tiffany. I think this is just the way to get her a win. I think this win against Rhea will boost her up to go against Charlotte. And then if Bianca happens to come back, that'll be cool. She'll fight Bianca. If not, they got a feud with Charlotte. So that's what I'm saying. They actually doing this, I guess, right, as long as Rhea doesn't win the belt. If Rhea wins the belt, I don't know what they're gonna do. If Rhea wins the belt, they might. I don't know what they're gonna do. They might try to fight Lash and Nia on her just on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be an interesting way to look at it going forward. I mean, but that's why we got to sit here and wait for the next 5 weeks. They got to start building these stories up to where, all right, even after Mania, we got to go ahead and look at something else because I think there's a pay per view in May. I forgot the name of it, but it's the one in May. And then I know SummerSlam is coming right after that. I don't even remember when the what's the hell is that Money in the Bank? I don't remember when that is, but I know that's coming soon. I think that's before SummerSlam. I think so. Yeah, it's about because I think Tiffy had it for about a year and then one in July or something like that, June. So it's around that time, but they have to start building this thing up. They got to build this like who's gonna fight who, who's gonna fight who, right? Okay, we got Jacob out there fighting. Who is he gonna fight? Cody if Cody loses the belt, or they all gonna fight for the belt? Uh, I mean Jay and Jimmy, who they gonna fight for the tag belts? Yeah, like all of these questions, they got to start building these things up as we get. Like I said, they got 5 weeks to figure this out. Hopefully, they figure it out, and hopefully that the Mania is it's a home run. But the way it looks now, they only going for the notoriety, the names, right? So, like, how does that go? You know what I mean? I don't know how that goes. Is there going to be a new tag team for them to fight the Usos? Who is Nia and Lash gonna fight? Is it gonna be somebody like the Judgment Day? I don't know. I don't know, but they have to start building this up. Like I said, we look how fast we got the March. We just said Happy New Year's yesterday. This is 2 months later, 3 months. We in March. So all of these things is coming to be. We just gotta figure out. We just gotta wait and see how they gonna make this happen. But we know when in April what it is. We ain't talking about baseball. We talking about WrestleMania in the playoffs. last the last the last day of the regular season, I think is April 12th. So that's gonna be look. The playoffs gonna start right around WrestleMania. As far as college basketball, they about to start the not the in season tournament, the conference tournaments, and then start the NCAA. That's in like that's I think that's the 18th, March 18th. So I guess I gotta get a bracket ready and do that bracket. So I'll probably do that too. I know everybody don't follow college basketball. I don't really follow it like that. I just I just stay with the nationally known teams and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna do a bracket. I probably post it or stuff like that. See how well I do. I probably won't do well because this shit, this NIL situation, it has changed the dynamic of all college sports. Right? We just saw in college football, Indiana Hoosiers won a championship. They ain't never won. They ain't even smell a championship. Now they won one. Who knows? Somebody like I don't know. We call one of them like I don't even know a non-ranked school. It's been a while since one of them won a championship. Somebody that's not in the Big East or the Big Ten or the Pac-12 or they ain't even know Pac-12, ACC, SEC. It's been a while since somebody not from that conference has won. So, but it beats teams like an Iowa State or Arizona State that'll come and get to the Final Fours and stuff like that. Teams that you ain't really familiar with if you don't watch college basketball every day. You know what I mean? So, but that's because these guys are in transfer portals. They could go to another school if somebody gonna pay them more, and so on and so forth. It's a different time, and a lot of these guys ain't staying 4 years. They'll leave after the first year. Like I'm one and done. I'm out. Some guys are just going across the pond just to play and get paid, and then just enter the draft there. So it's a different dynamic that this season is. This year has been, or these past few years with the NIL money, and expect more of that to come. It's gonna be very different, very odd. It's a strange thing to look at going forward, but it's a sport, and we know that college basketball is one of the biggest sports that they'll promote regardless. Don't matter who's there. We already know about the Dukes, the North Carolinas, the Connecticut's, and all those other schools that been winning lately. But we don't really know about all these other teams. It's going to be 68 teams. We all remember when it was 64, but now it's going to be 68. This is what they're doing. So all of that is coming up soon. They'll probably have that. They'll probably have that that tournament seed around that Monday, the Monday or the Sunday of what is that? The 13th is Friday, the 15th of March, and then start the play-ins to make the 68 teams 64, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday they'll probably be on every network possible. So we got all of these sports coming up. But in the meantime, like I said, we'll be here to do most of those sports. Like I said, I'll do a bracket. It probably affect some. No, I don't think they play basketball in USA, so that won't affect Friday Night SmackDown. Uh, but we'll be here for all of that. We already know Friday's SmackDown. We'll be here for that. Hopefully nothing uh dramatic happens on my end to where I have to not be able to do this because like I said, I really want to stay. I want you guys to stay in tune for the road to WrestleMania. That's why I had to reverse all the way back from SmackDown to tonight because all of that had a hand in what happened tonight from the Jay Uso injury. Um, Now he came back tonight, so you know what I mean. It's all relevant. So I had to put all of that together. But I'd like to do it to where I don't have to put everything together. But it turned out well because we still here talking about it. I can't wait for it either. As a matter of fact, I don't. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they said that the first hour of WrestleMania will be on regular ESPN. So if you have regular ESPN, like Sports Center ESPN, like the first hour will be on there, then they'll go over to the PLE portion of it. That's both days, the 18th and the 19th. So that's a Saturday and a Sunday. So both hours of that is going to be there. Then you may be able to catch some of it for sure before they switch it over to the PLE. Uh, I believe that's what they said on First Take. So like I said, don't quote me, but if I get for sure information, I will definitely come up there and have that. Yeah, I wish we could just watch it and put it on. They'll flag the hell out of us for that. And that's the thing that I see that type of event. We should be. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that it comes on when it comes on because I know a lot of people be moving around like 7, 8 o'clock. Like like they have like even if we had like a boxing match like now, it'll be cool because everybody will be like, all right, we finishing up. The only thing is most boxing matches is like a Friday night, Saturday night. So it's not gonna be the same. Yeah, some get away with it, but how many of them get away? You know what I mean? How many do actually like 1 out of 10? You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be that one of them nine that don't get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Then they just flag your whole channel like, oh, you've been flagged for 30 days. Like, damn it, I can't even do what I do now. You know what I mean? I mean, you would think because we're a small channel, you would think that they won't catch us, but it'd be them small channels before they even get going. Got him. Flag on the play. Sports chat, you're out of here. Damn, I just got here. You know what I mean? As much as we would love to do it. Like that's why even when I call like games, I just mute the TV because I don't even want them to say, "Oh, they hear that announcer." I just call it myself. You know what I mean? But you know, it's really hard to do. You know what I mean? It's hard to like calling a basketball game is hard, right? Like I said, I've seen games where teams lost by 48 points. What if I'm sitting there calling a game that's 48? What am I supposed to do when a team is losing by 48 points? How many people are going to stay here to listen to a team that's losing a 48 point? But when you got things like a boxing match or you know what I mean, SmackDown, I mean a wrestling match, you can call it, but I do see some people that they get their names up when calling those type of things, but not a actual like a NBA game, an NHL game. I mean, yeah, NHL, MLB. You don't get no they don't get the props like that, so it's different. You know what I mean? So, but I get it. But we're going like I said, we're gonna figure this thing out. Like I said, we're gonna do whatever we can to get this thing going. And when we do get it going, you know what I mean? Like I gotta decide if I'm going to do. Should I do a Saturday night recap, a Sunday night recap, or just do a Sunday night recap for both nights, or just wait till Monday and try to do what I just did? I don't really, you know what I mean? It's up to you. I don't know. We'll figure this thing out. But in the meantime, y'all, let me get off here. I appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to Realist, of course, my day one, my chef, my other day one, the 9% themselves, Tates, in the world. We'll be back Friday to have this conversation about SmackDown recap, scores and things like that from the NBA as we get ready for Mania. But in the meantime, from the Channel 9 studio, y'all, this is Mr. 33 signing off. I'll see you guys Friday.